Example, it's a minority religion. Minority rights are protected in the United States. We have the right to take religious holidays as a vacation day. I never expected to get Yom Kippur off. Sometimes that happens at UB. I'm not sure whether that happens here, but sometimes it does. But you take it off as a vacation. You have a right to wear what kind of clothing you would like to. If you want to wear a head covering, if you want to wear a scarf, if you feel like you need to dress modestly, you have a right to do those sorts of things. And you have a right to observe your food traditions, keeping kosher. Muslims don't eat pork either and use kosher kitchens. Or not eating meat. If you don't want to eat meat, you have the right to do that. Special events is an example. Now this is where you find yourself often in trouble when you don't pay attention to particular cultural issues. A date. Are you impinging on someone's holiday? For example, in Judaism, Islam, or in Hinduism, do you know that Islam and Judaism, their calendars are lunar? They're not the Gregorian calendar. Judaism's dates changed each year within 1 or 2 months, but in Islam, the calendar, their holidays go all the way around the calendar. So Ramadan this year was in October, November, but in several years it'll be in May and June. It will go all the way around. Our high holidays sometimes are at the end of August. This year they were mostly in October. When you're planning an event, you need to check to see what date is and whose holiday. Do you know that Jews and Muslims don't eat pork and that observant Muslims don't drink alcohol? Well, that's important. And it's important to pay attention to that and see that people have the food that they can eat. Hindus don't eat beef. Observant Jews don't mix milk and meat or eat shellfish and some kinds of meat and fish. That some people are allergic to food. And that you should always have a vegetarian meal option or say on an invitation, do you have any special needs? You know, nothing, I'm not asking, I just don't want to eat this, and that's very often really appreciated. And you know that the Muslim Ramadan lasts an entire month. So it's not a day, it's a whole month. So if you're having a big event where there's feasting and eating and partying, Muslims eat breakfast before dawn and they don't eat until after sundown. So if you're going to help them, you are insisting that they're with you celebrating, they're not going to be eating the whole time. And so that might be an issue too. Days, for example, that Friday night and Saturday is a Jewish Sabbath, that Friday is a Muslim holy day, and that Sunday is a Christian holiday. You can't ask people who go to church to show up for events for you on Sunday mornings. Some observant Jews won't answer the phone or work on the computer. They won't watch TV. They won't answer the door. They won't go out to eat. And on the Muslim Sabbath, people won't attend events. So you need to pay attention to your basic PR principles. Research. Who are your publics? You need to know who they are. What characteristics define them? How do you deal with that? If you include a religious or minority group, do you have a liaison? Do you have someone you can call in that group and say, I need your help? What do I do? This is what I want to do. Give me some advice. There's Jewish federations all over the country. The Muslim Public Affairs Committee. The Hindu Cultural Society. Hispanics United. As Dr. Silverman said before, the Black Public Relations Society. There are people around who can help you, and you need to make friends with them. The other part of the public relations, do the research so that you can meet your objectives, what you want to achieve, put a program together, how you can achieve objectives and evaluation. Did you achieve your objectives? That's Ron Smith's famous rope, which I totally swear by. Anyways, thank you for letting me speak to you for a few minutes, and I'm going to turn this over to
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Candace Fuller, and I'm the Communication Manager. And I'm here to talk to you about corporate diversity and also give you my personal experiences. Today I'm going to talk to you about two companies. My company is unique because a couple years ago we recently merged with a company out of Rochester called Excellis Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And the Excellis has Blue Cross and Blue Shield's offices over most part of the New York State. So we're part of a bigger company. And with that, we were able to integrate some of the processes that were used at Excellis. And one of them that came out was a diversity, an Office of Diversity, which is out of the Human Resources Department. And it's very important to have that because as a communicator, as Ellen and Jeff alluded to, you need to be aware of different things. And I'll just tell you some of the experiences I came across as working in the communication department. As part of the communication team out of Excellis, I'm part of 20 people throughout the whole state who's in the communication team. I'm the only African-American woman. And as Dr. Silverman probably said to you earlier in your presentation, diversity is just not about color. It's not just about black and white. It's age, sex, everything encompasses diversity. And as PR practitioners, we have to be aware of that. And also in marketing materials, we have different products that we go out to our employer groups and sell, potential employer groups to sell. We have brochures with pictures on it talking about our products. Some brochures have come across my desk that have shown no diversity, and I bring that to attention. And as PR practitioners, you would think that people in marketing positions or senior leaders of your company are aware of the fact that that diversity is all inclusive and you should have it in your marketing materials. But a lot of people don't think about it. They just pull stock photos and just plop it in whatever looks good. But as PR practitioners, we have to take it a step further and say, okay, again, look at, what's the mission of the company? Is this brochure or poster or billboard or whatever, TV commercial, is that representing what our mission is? And we always have to be aware of that. And I also do public relations for government-sponsored program that offers Child Health Plus, Plus Med, and Family Health Plus. And in this particular group, we do all of our materials in English and Spanish. And I'm just going to pass around some copies here so you guys could take a look at it. Not only are all of our materials both in English and Spanish, but our website is in English and Spanish. Our materials are English and Spanish. We have people who are employed with us that are bilingual. And because we do English and Spanish, you also have to be aware that within Spanish there are many different dialects. Here we focus on the Puerto Rican dialect, and you have to be aware of that. So it's really important to have people internally that